So here is our first real piece, okay? It's called Vamonos. Let's go. One thing I want to mention is whenever you look at a new piece in this book or in your musical life outside of class, take an overview, listen to the SoundCloud tracks as well, so that you can listen to it, get it in your ear, kind of see it go by, take an overview. So let's do that together right now. So the first thing to notice is we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 systems of music. Remember, the systems are the horizontal lines from left to right, the horizontal rows, right? So there's 6 rows of music here, okay? Each one of those has 4 measures in it. So that gives us a total for this piece of 24 bars of music, okay? The entire piece is in common time. The entire piece uses only the notes E, F, and G. There are no other notes for you to play in this piece. Now, I want to mention something very important. Look above the notes. See those chord symbols? Those are called chord symbols. Those are for me or for advanced students, okay? That is, if you think of it, what you're doing now is you're going to be playing just E, F, G. You're the lead singer in the band, and I'm the rhythm guitarist. So behind you, I'm going to be playing A minor, G7, F7, E7. These are advanced. We don't learn these, of course, on the first day of Guitar 1. A minor, G7, F7, E7. So those are for me. For now, you can completely ignore those. If you're more advanced and you want to check those out, go for it. And we'll be learning some of those chords later, of course. But for now, just ignore those. Know that that's what I'm playing behind you when you play the melody. We're just concerned with E, F, and G. One other thing you might want to notice here is within these 24 bars, I broke it up into 3 8-bar sections. Remember in that overview of the beginning stuff of the book, I mentioned that sometimes composers use thin double bars to just give you a heads up that something's changing in the form. And that's what's happening here. Basically, the first 8 bars are what we would call an A section. Then it goes to the bridge, okay? And you'll hear, when you hear the piece, it sounds a little bit different for measures 9 through 16. And then the last 8 bars are kind of like the first 8 again. So this would be analyzed as A, B, A, if anyone's into thinking of it that way. So again, to summarize, 4/4 time, 6 systems, 4 measures per system, and the overall analysis of the piece would be 3 8-bar sections that we could call A, B, A. Now, let's talk about how to read these notes. What I don't want you to do is write in all the note names in your book, okay, and play it that way. That's like instead of learning how to read, when you see the word dog, you write a picture of a dog, okay, or an apple, you draw an apple. We have to learn how to read music, so don't write in the notes. If you want to write in the first 3, just E, F, and G over those first 3 measures and use those as a reference as you go through the piece, fine. But I want you to do this every time when you learn a new piece to first go through and just say the note names, okay? So let's do it together right now, and just to make sure. And if it's confusing to you, now, as you get about halfway through the piece, you're going to start to get it. Go easy on yourself. It's basically like learning a foreign language at this point, okay? So it's going to be very strange, but you're going to get used to it, and it will make perfect sense in a little while. So let's go system by system, okay? The first system goes E, F, G, F. Now remember, I'll show you how to play that on the guitar, but that would be the open E string, first finger, first fret F, third finger, third fret G, and then first finger, first fret F. Okay, and that's never going to change for now. Second system is E, F, G, E. And again, that would just be E, F, G, E. But of course, we have to count it and do it with the metronome, which we're going to do in a second. The third system, which is where it changes to what I would call the bridge, it goes F, E, F, E. Okay, fourth system, F, E, G, E. Now we're on measure 17, right? Remember those numbers that are to the left of each system, those are the measure numbers, okay? So that just helps us to rehearse the piece together. Measure 17 goes E, F, G, F. The very last system is E, F, G, E. So make sure that you can do that. Make sure you can identify these. This is something you can do without the guitar. If you're on the bus, if you're eating breakfast in the morning, you don't have the guitar, but you can put the book down and just kind of quiz yourself. And of course, there's a ton of great free apps now where they'll just show you a note and you have to enter what the name of the note is. So you want to memorize for now just E, F, and G. So let me play the piece for you. You'll notice that my left hand it's really important that you have as little motion as possible. All those things I mentioned in the technique video. You don't want to be doing this. Don't want to be, just pretend there's that electric fence running over the strings. Your fingers would get shocked if they came up too high, right? Efficiency of motion, like an athlete. And the first time I'm going to play it is going to be just the melody by itself for you to play along with if you'd like. Then I'm going to have a version for you that has me also playing rhythm guitar and the melody, just so that it sounds a little bit more musical for you to play with. Now, don't forget, you can also practice all of these with the metronome, because it's going to be fast at first. So you can do it with the metronome and slow it down, start at 80 or 70. Eventually, you want to get it up to more like 150, which is where this piece is recorded on the SoundCloud audio tracks. So don't forget to link over to SoundCloud. And track number 2, you can see that 2 in the upper left-hand corner. That means CD track number 2. And if you want, you can play along. There you'll hear what's called a MIDI band, right? It's not a real band, it's electronic instruments. I have the melody playing on a fake vibraphone. I made it nice and loud so you can hear it. So any way you want to do this, but what's really important is that you learn the theory, you learn how to read the notes, you play with good technique, and you play with good timing. So all of those, the metronome, the SoundCloud tracks, and these tracks that I'm giving you here on the video, okay? So let me do it once for you, just the melody, right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. That may be a little fast at first, okay? But I wanted to record it at the speed that the SoundCloud is at, which is at about 150 beats per minute. Okay, so now I'll show you a version where it has the same thing, me playing the melody that I just played, but I'm gonna add the chords in there so that you can play along with that as well. 1, 2, 3, 4.